Hello and welcome to another episode from the Average FPLers. My name's Russell, and as always, I'm joined by Gareth and Michael. How are we doing?
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hello. So it is FPL4 time, the final game week. But before we get into our picks for game week 38, we're going to see how we did in game week 37, which was obviously a mini double. Yeah, all double figures. Mike coming out victorious with 33 points.
Making bacon.
Yeah.
Not really. It was all
And
right.
you had a single game weeker in there as well.
I did, yeah.
Whereas me and Gaz went for the full house of doublers.
Went well because you picked Chelsea. You losers.
Yeah. Picked your favourite. Gaz did anyway, Sterling.
Yeah. Well, I alluded to it not too long ago. I'm glad I didn't free hit in 37 because I would have brought Sterling in. He only played the one game. Second game, he's injured.
Yeah.
And allegedly mutually agreed with Southgate to miss the qualifiers this summer to rest up and recuperate, which is an interesting thing to say because if Southgate agreed that, why is he not letting Kane and Declan Rice and all of those players that have played non-stop to have the same summer off? Because they're going to basically play those qualifiers, get about 10 days off, and then, as we've seen, almost every single club in the Premier League, even the ones that are in the relegation at the moment, they're all jetting off around the globe to play football matches in early July for, to get more fans into the Premier League. Like Tottenham and Leicester are going to, I think it's Australia. West Ham are going to America or a couple. So, is 10 days off enough after playing the World Cup in December as well? It doesn't feel like it.
Maybe Southgate's not that bothered because he's not exactly been
No,
great
clearly
this year.
not. No,
So it's like,
obviously.
well, got cover.
Yeah, Sterling wise, I
Yeah.
just think. I guess maybe Kane might have got the chance off if Tony wasn't suspended now. But yeah, it did make me ponder the use of language. But
It's a
in
dangerous
this
one
sense,
because a lot of players could come and go, oh, well, I want to rest as well.
well, that's what I would thought when you say words like that. It would imply that you're giving them a rest. So why not the others that have played non-stop? Harry Maguire's fine. He's barely played all season, but
Yeah.
If you've played as many games as you have, you don't really want to be playing summer qualifiers and then summer friendlies in the middle of fucking God knows where, and then you're jetting back and you're not getting any time off after you jet back because you're going straight into pre-season, and most clubs are going to either have new manager or new styles, etc. So
Yeah.
but nevertheless, I still picked Kane this week just for the sake of it because I thought he'd probably score. He did. We lost. That was hilarious. Yeah, so that he worked well. Estepinian, fine. We already knew Brighton was sort of semi running on fumes. I'll take that. He got more points than Dunk because Dunk didn't play the second game. So against Man City, which is funny because Dunk got called up to the England squad, and then it was praised now he hadn't missed a single minute of Premier League football, and he was Brighton's talisman, and then dropped not too long after that. De Gea, I nearly got a lot more out of, same as used too, because he was on for a second clean sheet and a bonus in that one, so we would be on 15 points probably.
Yeah.
From De Gea alone, so that would have been a great pick.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, don't remind you. And then Phil Foden scored in the Brighton game, got injured, went off before the 60th minute, but that game was so dull, we still got all 3 bonus. So, yeah,
I didn't realise he got injured as well. Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, he's Achilles. He'd been having the problem with his Achilles towards the end of the first half. He indicated to the bench. They said, okay, fair enough. He went off at halftime. They must have worked on him, and then he went out and did about 9 minutes tops, and then he was off, gone.
Oh, for God's sake! Did he make 60 minutes then?
No,
Oh.
no, he was gone on the 54th think 54 between 51 and 54. He went off.
So he was another reason I missed out in the cup as well. Then
Quite possibly, yes. I mean, like, he still got all 3 bonus, so that's the only thing.
yeah.
Um,
But literally 3 of my players got injured and went off early.
pretty much,
Awesome.
yeah.
That's good.
And De Gea conceded the last minute goal.
Yep, brilliant.
So, yeah. So I'll take it. I mean, I'm not going to catch you to make any kind of battle for the final day, but it makes it look a little closer than it actually was.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
yeah,
And I didn't pick Chelsea, thankfully.
yeah. No, yeah. Me and Gaz fell into that. Well, I mean, at least Gaz is played. I had Badia Shield who got injured before the game week even started. So, yay! That was good. And Gundogan.
Good one.
Could work out how to say his name then. Yeah, been really good and 2 points. So at least I didn't bring him into my team. So you know, that's the good thing.
See, the problem with the Man City picks, they were great, and then Arsenal went and bloody lost to Nottingham Forest, so then everything fell apart.
Yeah, that didn't help. Yeah. So at least Foden, who I've got in my team, that seemed like a safe one. That's why I brought him in. So that did kind of pay off. Because he hasn't played that much up to this point. He's only kind of just come back, hasn't he? So into the fold, really.
Back where he belongs.
Yeah. So it seems safe, but if he's now slightly injured, that's a worry. But
it was an Achilles injury. I mean, I'd be surprised if he isn't flagged, because it was quite significant enough that he was subbed early, and then Guardiola referenced it.
Oh, good. Yeah. We spoke earlier on our other recording about Man City's defence being really bad, but you picked the right one this time, Gaz. Laporte.
Yeah, you only played one of them, but
that's all you needed.
Yeah, the first one was the only one you needed. It was a clean sheet, right?
Kanji only got 1 point. Stones only got 4. I don't know if Walker did any better or any of the others.
Walker did, yeah.
Yeah.
Walker got a clean sheet in the first one.
Yeah. So yeah. But it could have been worse. There's worse ones you could have picked. So
slim pickings.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't definitely the start of this week was awful. I think everyone had a really rubbishy score and it was just like ugh. Yeah. So it kind of picked up, I guess. Got a bit more exciting in the last couple of games, but
yeah, I would have been winning after the first round of fixtures because I had Kane.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And then in CISO for used to, and Foden for me was the second game with a 1-1 draw.
Yeah. That's where Foden scored, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. So
Haaland assist.
Yeah. So that was okay for us because we captained Haaland in our team, didn't we?
Yeah. Should have captained Fernandes, shouldn't I?
I should have captained Foden.
Yeah.
Did consider it. Yeah. Should have done. But oh well. But yeah, so we'll have a look at the table. 37 games down. I'm on 794. You're on 730. Mike and Gaz on 485. Right.
So miles away from catching.
Needs to be a big one.
It's not going to be that big.
Yeah, well,
it'll take a blooming miracle to get that high up.
Well, let's see what players you pick to try and achieve it. So you've got Pickford goal, Ben White defence, Gakpo midfield, and Jamie Vardy up front.
Yeah, let's have one more party.
Yeah, why not?
Come on, the Vardy. He's 36 now. Leicester have got to win to stand any chance of surviving. The thing is, as well, is if Everton draw and Leicester win, Everton still go down because Leicester, I think, got the better goal difference. Leicester's like minus 18, whereas Everton's is like minus 27 or 24, something stupid like that.
Yeah, I think that is the good thing about Leicester. I think their goal difference is better than Leeds and Everton.
Yes.
So.
And It's probably not the better fixture of the two clubs, Everton and Leicester, home to West Ham. But West Ham kind of feel like they've slightly gone off the boil a bit in terms of they're safe. They'll prep for the cup final next week. For now, let's just get through this one without getting any injuries, kind of thing. I don't think there'll be rotation. I don't think Rice and players like that will be rested. Although if they are, better in Leicester's favour. Vardy, I don't know if he is coming to the end of his career. Maybe he's not. Maybe he is. He's not been huge scoring because Brendan Rodgers didn't use him for the first part of the season, so he's got no rhythm to him at the moment. But he's played almost every game since Dean Smith came in, and he's looked good. So there's a hole in him somewhere. Not enough to catch 60 odd points to you, but enough to get a brace if I'm lucky. And they,
enough to
if they survive,
keep
make it
Leicester
look
up.
like it was a competition. Yeah, that would be funny if he kept Leicester up and sent Everton down. Because I think Everton are spent the second longest time in top flight football.
Yeah,
I can't remember who's first, but yeah, Everton have been in the top flight for like 70 odd years, hasn't it? Something stupid.
Villa. No,
Villa.
they went down.
Villa went
Yeah,
down.
It's Arsenal and Everton.
There you go. So it'll be Arsenal who's been in the top flight longer than Everton.
I think it's Everton, actually. I read it earlier.
I know they're one of the top two. That's the only thing I could remember. I can't remember the other one. But yeah. So Villa, Leicester have got something to play for. I'm semi-hopeful that they actually go for it. They probably won't. But if they do bench Maddison and Barnes again, at least Vardy started at Newcastle. He'll probably start this one too. Because you'll want your best striker.
Yeah.
And even at 36, he is probably their best striker. And he's Leicester through and through at this point. If you want someone to keep you up, you want someone who gives a shit about the club, and he definitely does. So, yeah, I think I'd go for Vardy.
Yeah.
Jordan Pickford, Bournemouth have been fairly poor since they confirmed their survival about 2.5 weeks ago. So you could see that game being played out as a 0-0 for quite some time, and then Everton try and nick a set piece like they did against Wolves.
Yeah.
Obviously, a draw might be enough for Everton, but you could see Everton easily getting a 1-0 win.
I feel like Pickford's a big game player as well, so I could see him pulling off a couple of saves that maybe keep Everton in it.
Quite possibly. I mean, and Bournemouth are not the best for having endless chances. They get one or two if they're lucky, but nothing significant. So if there's a clean sheet odds, it's up there.
Yeah.
And if they do win, obviously Everton confirm their safety. They draw. They have to hope results elsewhere go against them. So yeah, there's that. I figured Pickford, and then my other two, I didn't know who to go for because there's so much chatter around rotation. I'm pretty sure I've made a mistake by going Cody Yakpo. I'm sure he won't play now, but I figured I'll just go with it, I guess, because this could be the last time he's a midfielder because he's been playing up front for Liverpool. So it wouldn't surprise me in FPL next season they shift into a forward.
Yeah.
And then no one picks him.
Especially with Firmino leaving.
Firmino leaving, Klopp's alluded that he's going to make wholesale changes almost to freshen the squad up. So, it could mean that Yakpo, Salah, both of them don't start, and it's Diaz, Jota, and Carvalho or something with Firmino up front. Who knows? But I figured if there was a chance, if there's a game where you could say someone scored 5 goals like a team, it's probably Liverpool away to Southampton. I know Liverpool's away form has been poor, but Southampton are dead and buried, resigned to their fate kind of thing. And I would be shocked if they beat Liverpool. Although if Liverpool make wholesale changes, maybe Southampton do win 1-0.
Yeah. There's always a weird one. Last game of the season, so it could be that one.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. And in the defense, I would have gone Kieran Tierney, but with the rumours that he's all but done joining Newcastle, and that's why he's being sat out. It's put me off because I would have gone for him, and I think he would have got a goal or assist this week against Wolves.
Played
Played
Xhaka there the other day.
Yeah, I know. Xhaka's not going to be at Arsenal much longer either, allegedly. So
yeah, so
they're definitely. I think Arsenal are going to be in the market for a left back to compete with Zinchenko, especially with Champions League football.
Yeah,
you're going to need at least two.
Yeah,
and considering you play
shame
Xhaka
bad
back
Tierney.
there,
I like Tierney, but very injury prone. That's his problem.
he's injury prone, but I mean he's been fit, so I guess he just wants out for first team football. And if you go to somewhere like Newcastle, he probably is going to be option number one. So Dan Burn can go back to centre back for more competition there, more rotation, because they'll be in the Champions League too.
Yeah.
So Tierney might be an FPL option next year, but depends
yeah.
if he stays injury free. But yeah, he would have been my pick this week because Wolves are in a bit of disarray now with the rumours about FFP, and they need to sell to balance, so their transfer plans are in the mud as well. But yeah, so I can't trust Tierney's going to play there. Xhaka won't get any defensive points per se. I didn't fancy Gabriel. Kiwior I've got in my team, but there's no guarantee he starts at centre back. You might start old Steve Bolden before you sell him in the summer.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So he might get one final goodbye at Wolves, because you could see Holding going to somewhere like West Ham, probably, or West Ham, maybe Leicester if they stayed up. It wouldn't shock you if he went to Everton.
No.
So
yeah.
I mean, or the usual destination for an ex-Arsenal defender is Aston Villa, right? So Chambers and the lot are, and Martinez. So
yeah, true.
But yeah, so I wasn't sure about the centre backs who would play, who wouldn't, if Arteta would rotate. So I figured the only option there could be is right back, because you'd have to play a youth player, because Tomiyasu's out for the season. So I figured I'll take a little gamble on Ben White. He's got a fair few goals and assists this season.
He's Arsenal's top scoring defender, I think.
He is Arsenal's top, yeah. And for the most part, seen as playing out of position.
Yeah.
So whether he'll be there next year, because obviously you'll be juggling continental competition that you won't be, with the Europa League, you were rotating the whole 11. Whereas with Champions League, I'll be shocked if you rotate out your best team to play a reserve side in big matches against like potential opponents like Barcelona. So
it's completely different. So
yeah, exactly. So you'll need bigger squad depth. But I just figured for this one, I could see Ben White getting something. I mean, he'd be up against Totti, I think, because Bueno's not been playing, and Nuri's completely out of the picture, because the rumors were he's going to be one of the ones that's sold because he's got huge potential market value, which Nuri to Arsenal wouldn't surprise me. So quite a good defender, left back. He needs a bit of work on his defensive thingy, but there's only been a couple of defenders that have stopped Salah scoring this season. And I think Nuri's done it twice for Wolves. That's like the only games he's played. So, yeah. A little tidbit that for some reason my brain keeps holding on to. So, yeah. Ben White.
I almost picked Ben White myself. He was very close. Very close to getting in my team.
If Thingy hadn't said that Saka, Nelson, and bloody Trossard all had muscle injuries, I would have picked one of them, but he put me off. And then if Klopp saying, I'm going to make wholesale changes, I was like, I was tempted to go Simicast, because Robertson's got an injury. So I figured, Simicast will definitely start. Then I thought, maybe he won't start either. Maybe he'll play. I mean, I don't know if Ramsey's fit, because if he is, he might get his debut finally at right back. But if not, Milner might be back there, and Gomez, and Matip.
Yeah.
And then maybe Simicast left back. I mean, that could be the Liverpool defense, and you just be like, yeah, that looks like a final game of the season type defense. I mean, Alisson might not even play. The rumors is they're going to play. So
Well,
I mean,
they can literally do anything they want because they can't move anywhere in the league now, so it's a nothing game really for them.
So you either give players their final send off, you play players to see if they can impress you, and if they don't, you've played them so you can sell them.
Yeah.
You know, that's normally how it works. So it wouldn't shock me if Liverpool make 5-6 changes.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know who to pick from them really. So I think I've made a mistake with Yakpo. Might have made a mistake with Ben White. I might have made a mistake with all of them to be honest, but I won't know until Sunday.
No.
Just want one more Vardy party. One more. Why not? Just in case, because if they go down, it could be done. I mean, if it'd be great if they go down, and then he comes up with Luton or Coventry, then I will be having more Vardy parties because there's no way it'll be 9 million at one of those teams.
No, that's true. Yeah. Well, yeah, probably not. He
No,
shouldn't be anyway. Definitely shouldn't
if
be.
Coventry went up, which I hope they do, and they signed Jamie Vardy and FPL put Jamie Vardy as 9 million for Coventry City, I'd be absolutely livid. They put him at 6.5 or 7. Yeah, I'll have a couple of parties.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So there we are.
Yeah.
It's not going to catch you. It might make it a little bit more. It might take the gap down to 50, so it looked like it was closer than it actually was.
It's nice. I like it. Could be a Vardy swan song. So
yeah, I'm hoping so.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Right. Well, Gaz up next, and I think we're back to a little bit of a theme here, Gaz, because there's a couple of shockers in there.
Oh Jesus.
So you got Lloris in goal, and then you've got Phil Jones in defence, Xhaka midfield, and Firmino up front. Yeah, so you attacked good, you know. Firmino last game, scored last week. So yeah,
yeah.
Probably with Liverpool rotation, he probably will get a game because it's last game. So
yeah, I was hoping for a bit more news today from clubs saying, "Oh, these players are leaving and they're going to play," but there was none of that. So I've just had to go with the players who I know are definitely not going to be in FPL next season. But, who are leaving, well, apart from Phil Jones, he might get a gig somewhere in the Championship or something. But players who are leaving, like going abroad, so they're definitely going to be in FPL next season. Firmino's going probably Juventus or somewhere, Real Madrid, PSG. Xhaka's probably going to Borussia Leverkusen.
Leverkusen.
Phil Jones definitely leaving, and Lloris is leaving as well.
Rumoured to be.
Injured, so he's not going to play.
He's the only one whose contract is not running out. But the other three are, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, Xhaka's is not. Xhaka's going to have a year left, but he wants to go back to Germany.
Yeah, there's a few players I could have picked that their contracts are up, but it didn't say that they were actually leaving the club or not. They're kind of just like pending. So Lucas Moura was one that is definitely leaving.
At least he would have got more minutes than Lloris. Lloris is out for the season.
Yeah, but there was keepers. There wasn't many at all to choose from because I had no idea if they were staying or going. So I struggled with the keepers.
I mean, Meslier would have been the best because Leeds go down. I think Meslier will leave and end up in the Premier League still. Although he's not playing. Joel Robles.
Yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah. So it was tough. Keepers was tough. I just
should have picked Mendy, shouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, he's not playing, is he? Oh yeah.
Might play this week.
De Gea, obviously, he hasn't contracts up, but I picked him last week, so.
De Gea is the only one that there's a fair amount of uncertainty. Ten Hag said he wants him to stay, but De Gea won't take the pay cut that Man United wanted to take because he's like nearly 34 and he's been. Well, I mean, Lloris is always remembered as being prone and shit, but De Gea has made so many mistakes this season, like the one not too long ago against West Ham.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
quite fun. De Gea's won the Golden Glove for most clean sheets, yet he's also made the most errors leading to goals.
yeah.
This season, really, he's been.
He's a weird one, De Gea. Yeah, he can have an absolute shocker, but then yeah, some games he's just unplayable, isn't
Just looks world class.
he? Yeah,
Strange.
it's weird. But then yeah, Lloris is similar actually, very similar.
Lloris, like,
They got to have that sort of mad streak in them.
Yeah,
yeah. When I looked at his earlier, he's on the app. They've taken his photo off as well on the
I have though.
PL app,
Oh,
which I thought was so. But obviously on the website, he's still
there.
still
Yeah.
on. Yeah, they're taking his down, which is odd. I found it odd. But yeah, Phil Jones, he might come on. Maybe I don't.
I doubt it. He hasn't played a single minute this season.
I don't think he's registered. I'm sure he's not registered to the Premier League team to play. So I don't know why he's listed as good to go.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's on the website and
it's
not
the same as
flagged.
James Justin, right? Because James Justin is definitely Leicester took him off of their Premier League list in January to make way for their new signings because they didn't think he'd come back in time. And on the FPL app or on the website, it says that Justin's injured, which is not true. He's just not eligible to play because he bloody. But they've listed him still as having an Achilles injury. So.
Probably someone's
Be
just
quite
got
funny
lazy and
because
thought, shall I change it? Nah, just leave it.
if people are going to bring in Phil Jones like Gaz and he gets like a couple hundred buys this week, and then they find out he definitely isn't registered. So
they wouldn't do. I don't think they'd let you pick him if he wasn't in the 25-man squad. He wouldn't be eligible.
you say that, but you can buy players that have been sold in the game, right? I think you can still pick Cancelo.
Oh yeah,
it's not.
They're flagged, but you could still put them in your team if you want.
Buy them in and bring them in.
Yeah.
So flagged for it. So I don't know.
Yeah. But even so, he's probably very unlikely to play. But
yeah, well, it's his last ever game. He's definitely they're gonna, he'll either have a send off on the pitch or whatever. Or
is he that fondly loved by the Man U fans that they're going to demand they play Phil Jones? I don't think
they demand that he plays.
I don't think so.
He's quite fondly known because he's their longest serving player at this point, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And he, I mean, he's more of one of those ones that it's a what if, right?
Yeah.
If he hadn't picked up so many injuries in the last few years,
he
probably would have been a genuine option for Man United and for England. If he wasn't injured, they might not have ever bought Harry Maguire.
It's true.
There's a lot of what ifs around him.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, if he is registered and they might have him
get 10 minutes.
Might have him on the bench at least and then pop him on for a couple of minutes at the end just to, say goodbye. So yeah, could be good.
Hoping for, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, there was other players. Soonchu, he's leaving Leicester.
He's injured.
There we go then. No.
Soonchu's injured, but going to Atletico, yeah.
Johnny Evans probably won't sign a new contract.
I don't think they'll be able to afford him, right? If he wants the same sort of terms and he's barely fit as it is.
Well, yeah.
I'm sure he picked up a bit of a knock the other night. Well.
He always picks up knocks out for Leicester.
It's like,
he plays second game, gets injured. That's the reason they've been such dire straits, because he's like their mainstay centre back, their level head one.
Yeah.
And he barely plays half the games.
Yeah.
He is 35 now as well.
Yeah.
So that happens if you don't replace your centre back with proper good centre backs.
Yeah.
You go down.
Yeah.
I mean, Southampton gambled and bought younger ones, which, for the fair play, there are decent potential. Like Bella Kotchap's a really good centre back, but without an experienced one next to him, it was always going to be a tough ask. And Leicester's case, they bought Wout Fass, not experienced at this level, and then they had to play him next to a Marty because Brendan Rodgers refused to play Soyuncu for long periods.
That's weird. And they got they've had Vestergaard.
Yeah, Vestergaard was the transfer they bought last year, who's turned out to be an absolute disaster. He would have been better off at Southampton because he probably would have kept them up. It's a weird one, isn't
it? Yeah.
He wanted to move to a bigger club to prove himself, and he's barely played for Leicester since he joined them.
Yeah.
And Leicester also had the same season bought Bertrand as well, right, on a free from Southampton. Don't see Bertrand anymore either.
No.
The joys of random Premier League names that what ifs and how they've fallen away. Bertrand's got a Champions League medal.
Yeah.
For Chelsea.
Yeah.
I don't know why I remember all these things, but I just do. Everyone does. They click in. It's great for pub stats if you ever go to a pub quiz, which I don't. So
it's good if you're over on Pointless as well. And that's the question.
Yeah. I'd have to apply, and I wouldn't because I don't like being around people, but yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah,
for me,
should be good for me. No, yeah.
That'd be nice.
I made a note that I'm pretty sure his record away from home is pretty rubbish. He's usually better at home, isn't he? But
I think his record against Southampton's okay.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
I'm hoping he 9-0 he gets a hat trick. That'd be good.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't matter about the others.
No, true.
That'll be
true. Well,
Yeah,
the last game week, yeah, it's gonna be just completely random, I'm sure. So it could work out well. Yeah.
But last season there was 38 goals, so that's an average of what, 2 goals a game for every team or every match.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong. It's 4 goals a game because there's only 10 matches.
Yeah.
So yeah, that if we get anywhere close to that, 38 goals, fantastic. Bad for defenders.
Oh yeah.
Just the only problem is there could be 38, 40 goals, so you wouldn't be shocked, but then all of the players that score them are players that no one's got because they haven't played all season.
Yep.
So maybe Firmino will get a hat trick.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Or a James Milner 3 penalty special before he joins Brighton.
They gifted him a penalty spot or something, I see, earlier today.
Yeah, the groundsman, because he kicked tearing up. He tore up all the Liverpool ones with, I assume, practicing penalties, or he's just an arsehole. I mean, it's funny if he's just an arsehole and he's going out there and kicking them up and scuffing them deliberately, but I imagine it's to do with taking penalties.
Yeah.
Which is fun because he's not even Liverpool's main penalty taker. It's always been Salah. He just gets them on the off chance. So it's good to see that he still practices them just in case. Might be a good outside shot for Brighton punts next year if he's a regular starter there.
I doubt it'd be. Yeah, but it might be.
Lallana was a regular start until he picked up another injury.
Yeah, true.
I think they're to be kids.
Sorry?
Brighton are grooming Milner and
grooming's not the right word there.
Lallana and Milner.
Lallana joined Brighton on a 3-year deal, to be a player coach. So he basically learned his badges and he's doing that at the same time. But he was a regular starter. I'm sure Milner will be exactly the same.
Yeah,
but
they do.
No reason why Milner couldn't be a starter for every game for Brighton because he's not injured. He hasn't got an injury record like the Lallana. And I think Milner's 50 games away from Gareth Barry, so he can't do it by next season. But I think he's only 19 games away from catching Gary's speed. So he could catch that next season in terms of overall most appearances in the Premier League. So
Yeah.
It'll be a good experience to have as their first ever foray into European football.
He'd probably be captain, wouldn't he?
No, because the captain right now is Dunk, right? I'd be
Dunk.
shocked if they take it away from him.
Dunk.
But it's a good sort of player to have around the squad when you're
They got a
trying
lot
to balance
of
out
youngsters as well,
youth.
haven't they? So yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
It's the
good for
thing that
that.
Southampton never did.
Yeah,
Balance out youth with thingy.
yeah.
They just thought Ward Prowse would carry it all on his back, and he did his best, but
Not good enough.
no, unfortunately not.
No. But yeah, cool. Right. Well, let's have a look at mine. There's a couple of doubles coming up.
Oh my word!
So I've gone Pickford in goal, same as Mike. Mitchell defence, Xhaka, the same as you guys, and Watkins up front. So yeah, Pickford, similar kind of thing. Like I said, when your pick come up, I could see him maybe keeping a clean sheet, pulling off a couple of key saves to keep Everton up.
I expect that one to be tight, and
Yeah,
the most likely to be 0-0 going into like the last 15 minutes.
yeah. So I figured that felt like a good pick. I didn't have any others. I kind of put Pickford down and went, "Yep, that's the one." So that was easy. Defense was harder. Couldn't really decide what team's going to keep a clean sheet, who's going to play. Like I said, I was nearly going Ben White. But yeah, I've got Mitchell instead. So the other way around I would have done it is I would have gone Wyatt and Eze probably. I think that's what I was going to do. But then I decided I wanted Xhaka because if it is his last game for Arsenal, I thought, yeah, why not put him in? You know, he's got a lot of stick over the years, but I think he's come good. And I'm actually sad to be seeing him go if he does go.
Might have to change your team name as well next year going on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I will. I usually change my team name anyway. Try and change it every year now. So
well, you got a more creative mind than I do, so
yeah. Well, yeah, maybe. I haven't got one for next year yet though. So I already had next year's one last year before the season ended. If that makes any sense.
You got 2 months. You got more than enough time to figure it out.
Originally, my team name wanted to be Laka Xhaka Boom. No, Laka Xhaka Saka Boom, but Lacazette left.
Did, and he's tearing it up at the moment in the French league.
Yeah.
He's the top scorer in the whole league. 26 goals.
Yeah.
For Lyon.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think we miss him. But
no, not. Unfortunately, you would only get a maximum of 10 goals a year for Arsenal.
yeah,
And that's been.
I think weirdly he was one of the players we maybe needed to get rid of. Just don't know.
Replace the old guard.
Yeah.
Clean start.
So, but yeah, I think Xhaka will be weirdly quite a big loss. I think. So, I'd be quite happy if they do say, "Oh, he's staying for another year." Actually.
But if you go and get Declan Rice to replace.
Oh well, that's true. Yeah, that would be good.
Then,
yeah.
They must have someone lined up where they're reasonably confident they're going to get to let a guy of his stature go.
Yeah. Although that being said, I'm sure the most fitting way he could end his Arsenal career is probably getting sent off. So
I'm hoping so. That would be funny because seeing these, you both got him now.
Yeah. So part of me would quite enjoy if that happened. He does something really stupid and just go, classic Xhaka. Yeah.
Yeah, he walks over to Costa and headbutts him.
Yeah. So that'd be fun. But hopefully not. Hopefully it's a nice send off. Yeah. Yeah. And then Watkins, my last pick. I think I was looking for kind of games where teams had stuff to play for and where I could maybe see goals and stuff like that. And Villa, I can't actually remember who Villa have got now though. Yeah.
They're at home to Brighton.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, Brighton. So my feeling was that Brighton have qualified for Europe now. They've kind of done what they wanted to do. And I could see them maybe resting some players, being a bit tired. And so yeah, I just thought a Villa attacker. So I looked at maybe Ramsey, but obviously my midfield slot was taken. So I thought I'd go Watkins. I could have gone for Kane, but I felt like, do you know what? Nah, try and.
He got called up to the England squad, didn't he, Watkins?
I don't know actually. Don't know if I did
thought
see
you
him in
did.
there, but you'd think so,
Maybe.
yeah. The form he was in like a couple of weeks ago.
It was Wilson, wasn't it?
Maybe
Wilson
did.
got it.
Okay. I mean, Wilson's form
Yeah,
of recent
Wilson
is
was
much
definitely
better
in it.
than
Yeah.
Foden, Grealish, all them kind of. Yeah, it's just Kane and Wilson, and that's it, I think.
Watkins. Then.
It's a bit of a strange. If it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, then he would have definitely been in, wouldn't he? 'Cause he was on a hot streak.
Well,
So.
that gives it more impetus, right? You've got him. You showed to Southgate. Yeah, you should have picked me. Go and
That's
get
true.
a couple of goals.
Maybe a bit like what Tony did before the World Cup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He made it quite clear he was not happy.
Yeah.
And that was against Man City, no less.
Yeah. Yeah. Although I feel like partly the reason Tony didn't get in was probably because of the gambling stuff, but I don't know.
I mean, that probably derailed him, yeah. But
Probably
he
didn't
should have
help.
gone.
But...
He should have gone, considering what? Callum Wilson played, 20 minutes total?
Yeah.
Because he was injured, right? And then we had a couple
Probably.
other injuries that we took with us.
Madison.
Madison.
Well, everyone wanted Madison to go, but then he got injured just before, didn't he?
But he went.
They still took
and
him,
he
and he
didn't
didn't play. Yeah. And somehow he's got in the team this time. Yeah. Whereas I feel like he shouldn't have got in the team this time. He's not really playing well at the moment. So.
That's how short of centre midfielders we are and creative midfielders.
Yeah, maybe. Bit of a weird one though. There was a few weird ones in there that shouldn't be in
I'm
there.
sure Calvin Phillips is in there.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah.
Maguire's in there.
Maguire's in there. Yeah, you're like, hang on.
Tyrone Mings, although he's done okay.
Yeah, but Mings is playing.
Oh,
and
yeah,
Aston Villa are doing well.
Yeah,
the other two that we mentioned are not playing.
Yep.
Ben White can get in. He's probably had one of the best right backs this season, and he didn't.
But White's something to do with whatever happened at the World Cup, right? Where they sent him home.
Yeah. On there.
Plus, we've got about 1 million right backs, so it's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he barely plays Alexander Arnold, for crying out loud.
Centre midfield now don't count. That's a right back.
That's true.
So I don't think Southgate would play that system, though. Unfortunately,
he might if he wants Alexander Arnold in the lineup.
Yeah.
Walker, right centre back. He likes playing Walker, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He likes back three.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, there's a few weird ones in there, but anyway. Yeah. I would have thought Watkins deserved a chance in there, but yeah, hopefully you're right. Hopefully he goes out, proves a point and gets some goals. Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me.
No. So yeah, I think I'm fairly pleased with that. I didn't have too much of a shortlist this time. I noted down Saka, but then I spotted he was flagged, and you said he might be injured as well. So
who's that? Sorry,
Saka.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I figured
mean,
with him signing a new contract, well, it'd be nice to put him in this. Maybe
I'd be for it. It'd be great.
he'd be boosted. So, but yeah, if he's
It's the reason I
injured,
didn't pick any of them. I mean, I would pick Reece Nelson because he's allegedly going to sign a new long-term contract for some mad reason. I thought, oh, he'll sign one. They'll start him, rest some of the actual other guys that are carrying knocks or niggles.
Yeah.
No, he's got niggle as well. Oh. And
Yeah.
Trossard would have been a good pick, but
Yeah.
apparently he's got a knock and a niggle, so absolutely pointless.
So I think Smith Rowe will play. I think he said played Smith Rowe.
I mean, yeah, if we get a leak that those three are definitely out, then I'd be buying Smith Rowe, and I would have had Smith Rowe in this.
Arsenal could definitely do a bit of rotating. There's a few players there that probably will get a chance. So yeah, Smith Rowe, maybe Nketiah, like you said.
Nketiah would be the absolute differential of all differentials because I think his literal ownership is 0.000%. So if he started up front with Jesus on the left, Smith Rowe in the centre, and then Saka on the right or whoever on the right, yeah.
But yeah, well, we shall see what happens. But yeah, right. Well, if that's it, we should probably wrap it up there.
I think so.
Yeah. Cool. Well, there's our last picks for the last game of the season.
Good.
Gaz is glad. Yeah, thanks everyone for listening. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Average FPLers. Good luck for the final game, and yeah, we'll be back at some point. And yeah, so yeah, till then, take care. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.
Ta-ta.
Bye.